It is time. It is time to brew your best beer.
Hey guys, back for another SJPORR Challenge beer review. Once again I poured up the beer in the interests of saving time. One thing I can say straight away was the beer was over-carbed, so I ended up with a lot of foam. I'm just letting it die down at the moment, but that's fine. And I haven't poured the whole bottle because it disturbed all the yeast off the bottom, so I didn't want to make the beer cloudy, so this isn't the full bottle. I'll just have the rest later. Anyway, let's crack on. So this is the Agentic Scotch Ale from Camel Brewery, courtesy of CA187NZ, and it's clocking in at, I think it says 7.5% ABV. So I haven't had a lot of Scotch ale, so let's have a look at the beer first. Anyway, it's a lovely, it's actually very clear. Like I say, I managed to avoid pouring in the yeast that it kicked up off the bottom. Lovely coppery colour. What I've got here is very clear. As I said, it was over-carbed, so you might want to just have a look at either how you primed it or whether the beer was fully fermented out when it was bottled. But all good. We've got it in the glass. That's the main thing. So as you can see, the head is sticking around. It's very, very, very rocky on the top. I'd say it's sort of fluffy-like, slightly off-white. Beer's a nice dark coppery colour, as I said. Let's get a nose on it. So there's no notes on the website, so I don't know what the ingredients were. Imagining there's some crystal and some dark malts of some sort in there. Definitely getting some hits of some chocolate and dark malt, but I'm not getting a lot in the way of hops. So let's dive in, because I think everything is underneath the foam there, so let's get into it. It's very, very sweet beer. A lot of sweetness coming off there. Could be it's down to the crystal. Might be quite a bit of crystal in there. Quite a lot of bitterness as well from the hops, and definitely tasting the alcohol, 7.5%. Getting a little bit of alcohol on the nose, but definitely getting a lot of it through the flavour. Actually, the alcohol is quite dominant in the beer. Body-wise, it's sort of, even though it's got a big head, I'd say it's sort of a light to medium body on it. But I'm guessing that this is in keeping in the style of the beer, that it is a alcohol and possibly sweet malt dominant beer. I'll have to do a bit of research on that. But it's definitely a sipper. It's not one to be guzzled back. This is something to enjoy while you've got your feet up. Sort of, yeah, almost like a whiskey-esque sort of vibe coming off it, you know, sort of with that alcohol there. And I'm definitely, the alcohol's sitting on my tongue. It's actually numbed it off a bit. So you've put 7.5, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's not actually a little bit higher than that. Possibly more like 8. Yeah, now I'm getting some more alcohol off the top. But a very, very nice beer. Well, what I'll do is I'll cut there, and I will sit down and have a bit more of a think about the beer and slowly enjoy it. and then I'll do my scoring. So thank you very much, CA187NZ, for your Agentic Scotch Ale. Very nice indeed. Okay guys, that's me done. We'll catch you next time. Cheers.
Brought to you by Beer Greens Supply Company, Brewtubers Online Brewers Club, Brew UK, Panhead Brewery, Tanner Ritchie, Finney's Homebrew Emporium, Brig Selv, Hackney Brewery, Hashigo Sake, Mangrove Jacks, Sprig and Fern Tavern, Yakima Valley Hops,